have no idea.
This void above the Grand Gallery,
The size of 2 trucks.
what do you think that is?
I have no idea. And I can show you the footage in my...
Do you have the footage here?
If you can come to my lecture
Oh, come
in
on,
Houston,
man. Well, what about right here, right now?
I can send it to you
Where's your computer?
in Las Vegas.
Oh, well, fuck.
But I can send it to you before
Yeah,
you
but I want to show it on the show.
show it in the show. I can
Like
send it
this
to you
show.
tomorrow.
Okay, you can send it tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay, we'll splice it in, folks. Isn't there a water table under the pyramid that's like 1 million years old?
No,
There's not water underneath there?
no. This is the Osiris shaft that was full of water.
So is that what Mr. Beast was swimming in?
Exactly.
But where's that water coming from?
It's a water table.
Oh, there is a water table.
This when Beast entered inside
Right.
and
Swam in it.
swimming. I will tell you.
You will tell me how it was built?
Of course.
Okay. How do you know?
We published a book, 1,000 pages. This book is the Bible of the pyramids of Giza Plateau. I excavated every piece of sand.
Okay, what do the archaeologists have wrong?
The tools that the Egyptian used to cut the stones.
Are these photos of these tools available online? Can we look at them?
Yeah, I can send it to you.
Can we see them
published-
are they online?
No, in my book, Giza and the Pyramids.
It must
I
be.
don't know if it's online.
I'm sure it's online.
or
Jamie
not.
will find it. Can't find anything?
I'll show you what I was.
It's in my book.
What did you find?
Well, nothing.
Nothing?
It's
How is that not online? That doesn't even make any
pictures of the
sense.
It's in my
tombs,
book,
but-
Giza and the Pyramids. And this all what I discovered. This is my discovery of everything. Every piece of sand here. If you go to my book, you'll find out that I found here the diorite and the flint tools.
Are these the tools?
No. This is tools for artists.
Why is this not online?
Who never put them online. It's in my book.
Are they in a museum somewhere?
There is some in the Cairo Museum, yes.
So there should be a photograph of them in the museum.
Okay.
Right, but why aren't these tools online? That's all I'm asking.
Ask the people online, but they are remains in my book. A few years ago, a major discovery happened for the first time. Do you want to know what's in this papyri?
I do.
And he said, my immediate boss, his name is Diddy.
Like P. Diddy?
Diddy, yes. Now, 3 years ago, I found this is the tomb of Diddy, the person that he was the boss of Mirror. And I published this tomb. You can find this tomb online now. It's called Diddy's Tomb by Zahi Hawass, west of the Great Pyramid of Khufu. I discovered in my excavation, the Egyptian had everything. Mm-hmm. I know every piece of sand in the site. Many people do not believe me.
This is your theory?
Not a theory.
No?
It's fact.
Where's that at?
It's an Abu Sir. I found
But are there photographs online? that we can
Yes,
see?
in my book. I don't.
Boy.
I don't go online. Why I have to go online? I go to my book.
Oh, no, I understand. But for everybody else that
I
doesn't
think
have
you
immediate
should-
access to your
you
book.
should really. They want to make this for the king.
I understand the
Okay,
national project.
Now,
but what I
no,
don't
Joe,
understand
no,
is the physics involved
Okay,
in moving
if you don't-
80-ton
if-
blocks
okay.
500 miles through the mountains.
If you don't believe on this,
It's not that I don't believe.
I want
just
to
want to know.
inside this
Hold
block.
on.
Inside.
Hold on.
Okay.
It's not that I don't believe. I want you to explain to me how you think they did it. Are there photos of this?
Of course, in my book. Can you come and introduce me here in Houston?
Excuse me? Can I introduce you in Houston? No, I cannot.
Why?
Because I'm very busy.
Okay, fine.
If I had known in advance, I could.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Isn't that
But listen-
fascinating that you've been studying the pyramids for so long and you're still finding
but
things?
listen to me what I'm going to do.
What are you going to do?
I want to show them the hieroglyphic.
Why do you always feel like you're in battle with people?
Because
but
because they
I don't-
attack me. Go
Okay,
to
I
go,
understand
go
the
in the,
people- I
I'm not in a
understand
battle
that.
with
I
people. They are
understand.
in the battle with me.
I understand that. But I'm giving you an opportunity to just lay things out. You don't have to argue with people that aren't here. What does that look like?
It's cursive of the hieroglyphic.
Let me see what that looks like, Jamie. That's fascinating.
This is hieroglyphic.
This is hieroglyphic. That's
We
hieratic.
not talk about
But
hieratic.
on the right-hand side, it says hieratic.
Exactly. Look at the one on the right. This hieratic.
Okay.
Then it's very
God,
difficult.
that's so beautiful.
Yeah,
What a beautiful language.
because hieratic is very cursive.
I understand, but I think this,
But we-
this
but
is
we-
showing that, right?
I know, but if you look at the signs in the 5 chambers that I will send it to you tomorrow, The team are using a very sophisticated techniques like ultrasound, infrared. With these techniques, you do not need any more to drill. I will tell you about my theory.
Please do.
The story, it's written in a papyri. It's called Khufu and the Magician. Then his son told him, I know a magician. His name is Jidi. He knows how to cut the head of a man off and put it back. And he knows the secret of the gut tooth, the gut of wisdom. That's written in the story. Then we know from books, from Judaism, from the beginning, that the ancient Egyptians were really highly in magic. Then we can believe.
Do you think that magic might have had something to do with how they constructed the pyramids? No?
No.
You don't. But if you believe that they had enough magic to take a goose's head and put it back on and still alive, that's magic.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they use that magic for other things? What do you think magic is?
Magic is magic.
What do you mean?
Magic is?
Well, how does it work?
I have no idea.
I'm fascinated by a lot of aspects of Khufu's pyramid. Well, one of the big ones that's come up very recently that I'm sure you're aware of is these satellite radar where they think that there's these pillars underneath the structure.
Okay. I investigated this. They have never been in Egypt. They have never worked in the pyramids before.
Right. But they're using satellite information.
Number
though.
two.
Do you know about the Osiris shaft? How they've got
I
scanned?
discovered it.
You did, right?
Yes.
But do you know that they use this tomographic
No,
radar? And
no, I am the one who found it. This is not.
no, I understand you found it. But they also discovered it. They showed that it exists using the same technique.
No,
Jamie, pull
no.
up that
This is wrong.
Is
This is
it?
not true at all.
Which shows that they got an accurate depiction of that from space,
That's not true.
from satellite. It's not true.
No.
So what are you saying, that they're lying? So
They're
this
lying.
right here.
They're completely lying.
But if they're showing, using these techniques, things that we know that you discovered that absolutely exist,
Now,
what makes you believe those scientists rather than these guys from Italy?
because the scientists are scientists.
Well, these are scientists as well.
They are not.
What do you mean they're not showing their techniques carefully?
Take the techniques that they said and
Okay.
show it to any scientist. No one can tell you this is accurate.
So
And
you're telling me that these scientists that are proclaiming the capabilities of these satellite tomography devices that are saying that they can see kilometers into the ground with this stuff.
that's not true. Are
you sure?
I did.
Do you understand the technology?
No.
I'm just interested, if new technology becomes available and they figure out a way to look into the ground and you discover things, especially if they discover the Osiris shaft and it turns to actually
They
be
did not
accurate.
discover the Osiris shaft again.
Okay, you discovered it, but they used their technology to show an accurate depiction of the interior of the Osiris shaft.
The Osiris shaft
Is that true?
No.
It's not.
The Osiris
The
shaft.
images that we showed, is that true?
The Osiris shaft is known to everyone.
Right.
It can be
But
seen by
when
everyone.
they turn their equipment on the Osiris shaft, it shows the actual interior.
Maybe, I don't know. Again,
Do you know?
Again, I'm not a scientist.
Right, so why are you
I
dismissing
gave-
it, though? Okay,
But
but
no, listen,
scientists
then what
are
I did-
wrong all
okay,
the time,
fine,
particularly
fine.
ones that are biased,
Then what
correct?
I
Well,
explained.
I think what they're
let
saying
me-
is
let
it's
me-
underneath
let-
the solid rock,
let
correct?
Let me finish. And I said, your techniques that you published in this magazine
Mm-hmm.
is not refereed by scientists. You just published it.
Right.
They are working.
But you understand this is different technology.
I understand, but they
Right.
know about this technology.
But have they used this
No,
technology?
they said this technology cannot work, cannot show 600 feet under the pyramid at all. This is what they said.
But listen, if the stone is 20 feet thick, the solid stone at the base, that's correct, right? And you said Osiris shaft is 50 feet. That means it can see past 20 feet, right?
But how can
So
I?
it could see through the stone and see. If they're using this technology to go 50 feet under the ground to get an
telling you,
accurate
I
depiction of
am
the
not.
Osiris
I
shaft.
am not a scientist.
I understand,
I
but this is my
asked
question.
All
why
the
would
expertise.
why would you dismiss it if you haven't looked under there?
If these techniques that these two Italians are correct, the only people who really can tell you it's correct or not are the scan pyramid people, not me.
But the scan pyramid people, aren't they using different technology?
But they know about technology. They are the top scientists in the world. I have to believe them, not the two Italians.
Yeah.
And if the Italians are really correct, they could come to talk to us.
Because I know that Graham Hancock and Brian Murarescu have been in contact with those people. And they're open-minded about it. They don't know what's going on down there, but these images are repeated over and over and over again.
Fine. But I told
Fascinating,
you.
either way.
Okay.
What do you think about Robert Schoch and his theory about the temple and the erosion outside of the Sphinx, that it's water erosion?
You know what Robert Schoch said? It's not his theory. It's a theory of a New Age guy, and we published many articles, that the erosion that you see outside and inside the Sphinx is from wind and not from water, comparing
so
to the body.
So you think the head was made first and then the body was made later?
Exactly.
If that's the case, why is the body so much more eroded than the head?
I told you, the body, it is.
Like, you know about the King's List, right? The old King's List that goes back 30,000 whatever years.
Who said that?
You never seen it? It's not in hieroglyphs?
This is not true.
It's not true?
All. No.
No?
This is a speculation from people who knows nothing about history.
Have you've never heard of that before?
No, and this is not true.
What do you mean it's not true? I mean, I'm getting this off of...
It never happened at all.
Okay, I'm not saying it happened. I'm just saying that this is something that's referred to.
I never heard about it. It is not true. It has not existed at all.
Even if it doesn't exist, the myth of it exists.
Listen, Joe. Why do I have to go to a myth of people create stories?
If you go to Wikipedia,
I don't care about Wikipedia.
I understand.
I care about what I see in my eyes as an archaeologist or a philologist.
It's an Egyptian creation myth.
Fine.
You've never heard of that before?
Never heard of that.
That seems strange that you didn't hear about that before.
Listen, Joe. It's a New Age theory.
It's New Age?
Yes. Listen to me. I know. In Egypt, we know the prehistory of Egypt. We know the pre-dynastic of Egypt. We know the beginning of civilization. We know there is no gap in anything. And that's why I never heard of it, and I don't want to hear about it.
Well, I'm shocked that you haven't at least heard of it and dismissed it before. That seems weird to me. Because it's just I think it's a part of the creation myth.
I know, but it's not true. My mind, Joe, now is really cannot stand all these theories, all of it. It's too much for me. It's too much for me.
Got it. What do you base the dates on? Do you base it on carbon isotope?
No, we don't.
Right, but some of it is based on carbon, right?
No,
carbon
I don't believe in carbon-14 at all.
You don't?
No.
Why not?
Carbon-14 never given accurate dating.
But you don't believe in carbon
I don't
testing?
believe in carbon-14 at all, and it's not working.
But I'm curious as to why you're skeptical about carbon dating, because I think carbon dating is generally accepted as being accurate within a certain framework.
It is, but I never used it. And many people, very rare to use it in Egypt, because in Egypt, mainly, we have absolute chronology. We have absolute dating based on inscriptions.
What do you think the arguments are that predate, that try to push the date back of the construction of the pyramids?
I never heard of this.
You've never heard of this before?
No, it's only it's a theories from the New Age.
But this was the evidence. Hold on. This is the evidence in the argument. The argument was there was no evidence of an ancient civilization from 10,000 plus years ago. This is before the discovery of Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe gets discovered, known to be more than 11,000 years ago. That changes everything. Because now we know. Yes, it does.
That's changed
hold on. Because now we know there was an advanced civilization capable of a spectacular construction 11,000 plus years ago.
This is what. Listen. Look at the archaeologists in Turkey or in any civilization.
Okay.
They never talk about old civilization.
That's not true. Göbekli Tepe is universally accepted as being more than 11,000 years old.
I am talking now.
What I'm saying is...
Any civilization older than we know...
Older and still in the same spot. How old does it go back?
We have no evidence. Do you have Can you listen to me?
Yeah.
This is what was 3000 BC, 5,000 years ago. All what I do is digging.
That's it?
That's it.
What if these Italian guys are onto something? You can find more stuff. Send me
Mustafa.
that video so we can splice it in of the hieroglyphs that are on the wall. You'll send that, right?
I will send it
Okay.
tomorrow. You know, I met him because I wanted to convince the young people that pyramids were not built by aliens. That's why many people in America believe that you believe in aliens. When I talk to them that I'm coming to see you,
That I believe in aliens?
they do.
Well, I'm not opposed to the idea of aliens existing. There's hundreds of billions of galaxies in the known universe, each with hundreds of billions of stars. The idea that we're uniquely alone. You don't think there's anything out there? Nothing. So you don't believe in ancient civilizations capable
No.
of advanced construction.
But Joe,
you don't believe
Joe,
in aliens.
Joe, I
you
am
don't
a,
believe in
I am-
carbon dating.
I am a scientist.
Oh.
If you believe in something, write an article.
I
Then I
understand.
can read. But don't give me a theory.
But the
Ba- ba-
theory
ba- ba-
of
ba- ba- ba-
planets containing intelligent life is...
No, that's not true.
Right, but we're not talking about that theory. We're talking about aliens being possible.
No way.
No alien, just us.
This is
only
the
us in the
national
whole
project.
universe. I'm not saying aliens made it. I'm saying it's very possible there's something else out there in the
Okay.
world.
Thank you.
So that's the story.
That's a story.
All right.
And I will